Democrats must respond to the Southern strategy 24/7. All right, the issue of critical race theory. Guess what? Slavery hurt white Americans. Let me say it again. Slavery hurt white Americans economically. Say it one more time. Slavery hurt the white working class economically. What do you mean? What is slavery? It's free labor. You work night and day, day and night, you're paid zero, okay? That means that white workers couldn't get jobs. Why? Because the slaves were the ones that built the Capitol, the White House, that built all the 13 colonies, Wall Street, you name it, right? They were the carpenters, they were the masons, the builders. Every job that the working class people have today, the slaves did that for what? For zero. So it hurt white workers. That's why I believe there should be reparations for white people as well as black people. White human beings and black human beings. Reparations for both. Because slavery hurt people. And by the way, there's one race. It's the human race. We're all human. Everyone has a right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Everyone on this planet known as Earth. Bring people together. Love is the answer. Jesus said, love God and love your neighbor yourself. Who's your neighbor? Go to Luke chapter 10. The pastor messed up. The deacon messed up. But the Samaritan, part Jewish and part Arab, is the hero. Had compassion on the person in need of help. Wasn't concerned about their background. They were a fellow human being. And he took actions to help people. Listen, all people need Social Security and Medicare. Everyone needs housing. Excellent education. In fact, free state education like they have over in most of Europe and other parts of the world, as well as free health care like they have in most of the world, right? And if you have your own health insurance, wonderful, you get to keep it. But if you don't have health insurance, you need to have that provided for by the government. And guess what? Entrepreneurship will increase. More businesses, okay, will occur and arise. Here's the video. Democrats must respond to the Southern strategy 24/7. The Democrats must deal with the Southern strategy and respond. That's the answer. That's the answer.
It's not based in fact. How do you sort of truth up the conversations in the final 2 weeks?
Well, let me jump in real quickly on this. Here's the uncomfortable part. And we all, and most of us who are students of politics know this. When they're talking about crime, they're not really talking about crime. Right? They're talking about, when they're having a conversation about law and order, it is the Southern strategy. It is what going back to Nixon, right? It is a doubling down on tribalism. You remember in 2020, Trump saying, if I lose, the suburbs are going to be on fire. I remember that. And a lot of people who look like me remember that because that was a threat about the other, right? And it is, can we scare enough white voters so that they will put aside any of their other interests and simply vote for out of fear of the other? I've seen these commercials that they running in Wisconsin. I've seen the commercials they're running in New York, and it's all this fear of the others, of those people coming to take what we have and hurt us. And that is an awfully terrible way to sort of divide this country. And
the Democrats must respond. You must respond in a loving, kind manner, saying there's one race, the human race. We're all human beings, and we all need the same things. We all want the same things, okay? Everyone has a right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Everyone on this planet known as Earth. So you must respond to that and bring out the better angels and show how programs help everybody. Go to poorpeoplescampaign.org, where there's a multiracial coalition of people working together. And they have a report where there's 66 million poor or low wealth white Americans. 66 million poor or low wealth white Americans. That's a lot of Americans, right? And they're the same as those African Americans or Latinos or Asian people may be poor, right? There's one race, human race. We're all in the same boat today. Let's lift up all boats. Wall Street got their money, more power for them. Now let's have Main Street get theirs. We all pay taxes.
and double down on tribalism. So I got to call it for what it is. It is a doubling down on the Southern strategy, and it is race matters politics at its ugliest.
And Matthew, what is the answer? What is the response to that?
Well, I mean,
Well, everyone needs to read the book Dog Whistle Politics, How Code Racial Appeal Has Reinvented Racism and Wrecked the Middle Class. How to respond to it? Dr. King's speech from March 25th, 1965, where he says in the 19th century, black men and white men, black men, newly freed slaves, right? What's slavery, free labor. You work night and day and night, pay you zero. They got together with the white brothers and sisters, white brothers, because women couldn't vote until 1920, and then black women couldn't vote down south until August 6, 1965, when the Voter Rights Act was passed. So in the 19th century, black men and white men voted together in fusion coalitions. They didn't care about the race, the color, the skin, the melanin. They didn't care. They voted economics. They voted things that could help their families. And how was that stopped? Well, they brought in segregation. That's how they stopped that. So the Southern strategy has white people voting against their own self-interest. Other white people have to talk to them and say, look, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. If I'm Latino and I'm middle class and you're white, or I'm white and or Asian or African American, hey, we're all the same people. We're the same thing. Clothes on our back, food in our stomach, shelter on our head, excellent education. Everyone's the same thing. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. One race, the human race, all human. America is the last great hope of humankind. We must all work together, collectively, for the abundant life for each person. Christ said in John 10:10, the second half, I am come that they may have life and may have it more abundantly. Everyone has a right to the abundant life, an excellent life, here on earth, in the land of the living. We're the most blessed Christians in the history of the world. And we have an economy, we have enough money to end poverty throughout America and even the world, so that everyone can have life, liberty, and happiness. It's called agape love. Concern, care, compassion for others. God bless you, and God keep you.